kids, welcome to the Jaden Show. I've got a wonderful show today because I've got a wonderful and incredibly talented guest. He's not only an actor, a screenwriter, a songwriter, a singer, a producer and an author, but he's also a bloody lovely man as well. You're going to meet him in a minute. His name is Sudi Karatas. Let's go and watch a bit of him in action. I'm feeling kind of Christmassy. All I want for Christmas is you gone.
As I stare at the log in the fire, it reminds me of romantic nights we had. Then I found out you're a liar, and my feelings have changed just a tad. I wouldn't care if you were run over by a reindeer, or if 100 elves on a shelf drag you out of here, or you found a river you can skate away on. All I want for Christmas is you gone. You're a selfish, vain narcissist who won't be missed a bit. My why I quit you list goes on and on. All I want for Christmas is you gone. Don't need a thing from Santa Claus, eBay or Amazon. All I want for Christmas is you gone. No more walking side by side in a winter wonderland. You've been nothing but a pain in my prostate gland. It's gonna be a wonderful life from now on. All I want for Christmas is you gone. You're a selfish, vain narcissist who won't be missed a bit. My why I quit you list goes on and on. All I want for Christmas is you gone. Don't need a thing from Santa Claus, eBay or Amazon. All I want for Christmas is you gone. I burned your stocking, packed your suitcase, called you a lift. Told them to drop you off somewhere in a big snowdrift. Get out of my life, out of my sight. With your lying lips leaving, I can finally have a silent night. You're a selfish, vain narcissist who won't be missed a bit. My why I quit you list goes on and on. All I want for Christmas is you gone. Don't need a thing from Santa Claus, eBay or Amazon. All I want for Christmas is you a million miles away from me. All I want for Christmas is you gone. 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 You're a selfish, vain narcissist who won't be missed a bit. My why I quit you list goes on and on. All I want for Christmas is you gone. Don't need a thing from Santa Claus, eBay or Amazon. All I want for Christmas is you gone.
Side by side, behind us, hopefully we'll be in front of you.
How's my green screen, Rick? Look, I'm not Paramount Studios. And action.
Amazing. What I want for Christmas is you gone. Bloody super tune. Now, let's go to a quick Jaden Show commercial break because I know you want to meet him and we need to get this bit out of the way. We'll see you soon. Hey guys, I wanted to take this opportunity to let you know about the Jaden Show commercial break starting now. This is amazing news because now every single week you have a couple of minutes to be able to advertise something you want to advertise. So if you have a business, if you have an event coming up, if you have a new album, art gallery, or anything you want to particularly advertise on a show, this is your chance to do it. March and April 2024, the advertisements are free, so please let me know. Get in touch to me on Jaden Cornelious at AOL.com. It will be wonderful to hear from you. If you are a charity or a charitable organization or a non-profit and you are advertising something with regards to that, then always your advertising is free. So let me know. You will need to send me between a 1 and 2 minute video around that time, if possible, something that you want to advertise, and I will fit it into this spot. Get on. I'll see you soon. Take care. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go and meet this week's incredibly special guest, the amazing Sudi Karatas. Sudi Karatas, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, and excellent pronunciation on my name. Thank you.
Thank you. I did kind of, just as it was about to go, have I got it right? Have I got it right? But that's cool. As long as I did get it right, that's the most important thing. How are you doing, young man?
First of all, thank you for calling me young. I'm not, but I'm doing okay.
Yeah?
Pretty good.
Born in New York, living in California. Not a bad place to be.
Not too bad. Yeah, it doesn't rain enough, which I know that sounds weird to say with everyone else getting so much rain, but it hasn't rained in like 5 months, but it's not beautiful weather. It's still warm out. It's like 85 right now, I think, or 80.
Nice. Yeah. I'm in the middle of my rainy season at the moment, and it is just torrential.
Send some here. We don't have any.
Okay, yeah, I'll get a couple of buckets full up and just DHL them over. So, author, screenwriter, songwriter, actor, producer, and at times singer. Mate, the list is unbelievable. Let's go back to Sudi, right? When you're rocking around in your diapers in a living room in New York. What is going on at that time musically, I don't know, cinematically around you that is making you the Sudi Karatas that you are today?
That's a good question, because when I was in my diapers, I was in the Bronx, New York. And I don't remember living in the Bronx. I remember the day we moved, the movers dropped the TV, and as a kid I was horrified because I think they broke the TV. I said to my mom, oh my God, I remember the movers breaking the TV. She goes, we didn't have movers, our friends just helped us move. But anyway, and then I remember moving to Long Island. That night we slept on mattresses and stuff. But I don't have a lot of memories of the Bronx, but I do remember just very early or young loving music. I mean, I don't remember the first song, but I just remember always loving when the radio was on. My mother would listen. She listened to a lot of country music, and so I actually liked the stories they told and all that. So I got into that. And I, always, I think in 4th grade we were in chorus, so I sang in chorus, and I think I got a solo, which was cool.
Oh, sweet.
And then I started writing like songs when I was like 13, I think, or 14, like just, not really with guitar or anything. I didn't play guitar, just lyrics and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And melodies, you coming up with the melodies for them in your head as well?
At that time, no. Later on, I put some melodies maybe to a few of them, but most of them were just more poems, I guess, or lyrics. And now I'm still not really a musician as far as playing instruments. But I do come up with the melodies, and I have someone else figure out the chords and put the music to it. But yeah, I'm better with lyrics than the music, but a lot of times they'll come together. Like I'll be on the gym and on the elliptical thing or whatever, and I'll think of something, and the melody and the words will come together. Sometimes I'll just do the lyrics first. I never do melody first and then lyrics. I know some people who are real musicians do that, but but I always remember liking to write songs, at least for a long time as a kid, and loving to sing. It's funny, like as a kid. Oh, I was maybe 14 or 13, and there was a baby, what's it called? Johnson's baby shampoo, and it said "No More Tears" on the thing. So I wrote a song called "No More Tears" before the Donna Summer.
Donna and Barbara didn't release it today. That would have been nice.
I wish it was that one. But although years later, I did write a tribute song for Donna Summer too, that with David Sanchez, that recorded by Collaborati, and that's kind of on Spotify and all a couple other streaming things. But Yeah, so I was always kind of, into music. I know that, and then, but I kind of went to college for business,
Okay.
and then
Well,
after,
you've all got to earn money, right?
yeah, I mean, it was being practical or following what the parents wanted, and blah blah blah. Kids don't always listen to your parents. No, I'm kidding. Um,
No, don't
so
actually. I don't always.
yeah, but it's funny you're asking me what I remember about, like, up until four, I don't remember much, and but I remember being in the car, once we were in Long Island, and I would always force my mother to turn the radio on, even though sometimes she didn't want to, especially on those long trips. But
Did you? I mean, like, we met because of Olivia Newton-John, our association with the goddess herself. So,
Yeah.
when you were a kid, listening to country music, was Olivia Newton-John featured in your mum's playlists at the time?
not my mom's. No, for me, I remember she had a song out called "Come On Over," and this is before Grease, and she had a few other hits on the country station actually.
Yeah.
But my first record I ever got in my life was "Come On Over" by Olivia Newton-John. I got it for Christmas that year.
Wow.
So and I love that album. And I remember we were driving down to Florida as a family in the station wagon from New York to Florida, and we stopped at like a diner to eat, and there was a jukebox. And I found the song, I don't know how old I was, 10 or whatever, and I found the song "Come On Over" on the jukebox.
Wow.
And I asked my mom for money. And then there was another side called Small Talk.
It wasn't in the corner of the bar, was it?
No, I don't think it was because it wasn't even a bar. It was more like a diner type of place where they used to have the jukeboxes.
In the corner of the bar, there's that.
Oh, yeah, don't play B-17, yeah. So I played the B side of the song "Come On Over," which I'd never heard, in this place, and it was "Small Talk and Pride." So that Christmas when I got the album, that song was on it also.
Oh, sweet.
But so that's just a big memory for me, because I was a fan since like sixth grade, and I remained one ever since. And even, I got almost every album she did. And then after Grease and Xanadu, a lot of people don't even know all the stuff she did. She did so many,
especially in England.
Yeah. And then I ended up writing the tribute song, "Her Spirit Lives On," that Adrian Christian recorded.
Yeah.
And we're donating. Yeah, we're donating proceeds from that to her foundation and stuff. But yeah, I'm just I was saying, I think earlier before we started, her and Dolly Parton, Olivia and Dolly, both are my two favorite all time. Yeah.
Sweet, mate. Amazing.
And people. Yeah.
So did that kind of, why did you want to stay with the songwriting and not become a singer?
Well, I kind of joke I can carry a tune if it's not too heavy. I'm an okay singer, and I sing better than Bob Dylan and Yoko Ono. But I love to sing, but I don't think I'm good enough.
Sings? I thought I didn't know Yoko Ono sings. I just thought she was slashed by razor blades when she's on stage.
Yeah. So no, I have a decent voice, but I'm not like a singer, and to really perform all the time in that, I don't have that, like a voice to do that, or this, but I love doing videos where I'm singing, and I've sung the song, but now I'm just doing the video to them. And every once in a blue moon I might sing live somewhere, but actually, like karaoke I've done once in a while, and I just recorded we did a video for a song called SUI, Singing Under the Influence, which is about singing drunk karaoke, and that'll probably come out maybe November.
Sweet. November. Amazing, mate. So how do you get from being a kid, loving music, going into a restaurant and playing Live It on a jukebox, to becoming a screenwriter and an author?
Well, I never knew I would be either of those things. I moved to California like 22 years ago, and to I thought do a little more acting, because I do a little bit of acting, not a lot, but I did some in New York, and then but I immediately had an idea for a movie idea, a screenplay. So I took a screenwriting workshop for like 16 weeks, and out of that workshop was born a screenplay called "Walk a Mile in My Pradas," which ended up being co-written with Tom Archdeacon, the last several edits of it, and then we ended up producing the movie, and we had Tom Arnold and Dee Wallace and Mike Starr and Nathaniel Marston in the movie, and we made it like 10 years ago, or maybe 12, but it's still on Amazon Prime, which is really cool, and a few other streaming services. So that came out of that. Yeah. And then, so I wrote that one script, but then I had ideas for just all these other scripts. So I just kept writing. And there's like 12 scripts sitting on my desk here that are gathering dust.
Wow.
That are written. So I just go with whatever the idea is. I feel like the writing is the easier part. It's the getting it out there is the hard part. And then as far as books, I never thought I would write any, I was writing songs. Okay, and then I wrote some sketches, a little bit longer, but to write a whole book or a whole script is like, a lot of work. Yeah. So, but I wrote, my first book was called Rainbow Relatives, speaking to kids about LGBTQ families and friends. Mm-hmm. And my sister accidentally gave me the idea when I was asking if her kids, who were young at the time, knew about my orientation. And she was like, I think so. I'm not sure. I wish there was a book on that. And I thought, that's a good idea. So it was going to be called How to Tell the Kids About Uncle Mary and Aunt Butch. But I said, that's too silly and too. So, no,
that's brilliant.
The book. Yeah, the book has that kind of humor, but there's also serious things in it, like bullying and being accepting of all families and things like that. But and then so I got actually a literary agent and publisher for that, like Skyhorse Publishing. So I didn't realize how hard that is. I did work hard to get it. I read it, But then my second book, How Catering Sucked the Life Right Out of Me, which is obviously from personal experience, because as entertainers or actors or performers, a lot of us do side jobs, and a lot of them do catering. So I self-published that one through Ingram Spark, and I released that during the pandemic. And then I just released a new book. Again, whatever the idea comes or whatever, I was having issues with Facebook. I was getting banned and restricted over stupid things. And the algorithm didn't understand an expression or a word, and I couldn't post for 30 days because they thought I was promoting violence or something. So I wrote a book, Fork Social Media and the Algorithm It Wrote In On, Jailbird Stories. And a lot of people were being banned and restricted to putting in Facebook jail, they call it. And so I collected all these stories. But for example, for me, the reason it's called Fork Social Media, well, two reasons. One, not using the other F word. Yeah. But also, literally, I said, stick a fork in him, he's done, meaning his career was over. Mm-hmm. But an algorithm thought I was promoting violence, like I was literally going to stick a fork in someone. Now, a live person would know, no, that's not what you mean. Yeah. But the algorithm doesn't, and it's all done by algorithms. You can't get through to a live person. So I collected all these kind of funny stories from people, but there's also a serious side to that book too, where people's businesses are being affected because they're banned, they can't post stuff. Like authors or writers or actors, they can't, if they're going to be performing somewhere, now they're banned for 20 days because they said, oh, go break a leg. And the algorithm thought they were promoting violence. Or,
it happened to me as well.
Oh, yeah. What do you remember exactly what
I've never posted anything that wasn't music, spiritual, charity, or animals or butterflies. Maybe the occasional, pissed off with the British government for, stopping the pensions of the elderly, but nothing that really, I don't share political or religious beliefs.
Right.
Facebook, because it's my fake book, my social media, that's it. Right. So, but now I've got a 30-day ban. They weren't good. So I had to create a new one. By the time I created a new one, 2 days later, they reinstated it.
Oh, well, at least you got to reinstate it. Some people never do. And there's, in the UK, you mentioned the UK, and there was a tribute act that does a Dolly Parton tribute act. And why am I, Kelly O'Brien. And she's really popular as a tribute act. And they kept taking her page down as if she's a fake, like fraud or celebrity trying to impersonate. No, and Dolly Parton gave her, blessing on the show and all this other stuff. And they just have an algorithm that takes down all these tribute acts. But the fake celebrities that are on Facebook, they don't do anything about it, seems like.
No. Or people that have cloned your profile.
Yeah. And so it's, they're trying to go by the community standards. They're trying to, do certain things to eliminate, like pornography. You don't want pornography on social media, but they're taking down these things that aren't. And you can't fight it. You can't call someone and say, no, that's not what that was. Yeah. And it's clearly not what that was, but an algorithm doesn't care, doesn't know. You have no judge, no jury. You're just boom. You're in Facebook jail.
Yeah. And no one to answer your question or complaint either.
No, not at all. And what's funny about the book is, so even if people don't do a lot of social media, they'll relate to that aspect of it, of not being able to get through to someone in a corporation to solve a problem that you could solve very easily. But yeah.
Wow, man. So how were the books received by the?
Well, I mean, I think like they got like the new book. I think already has like 23 positive reviews on Amazon, which is kind of cool. I mean, they aren't New York Times bestsellers, I'm not J.K. Rowling with stuff. But the first book, especially, I'm kind of proud of that because I think it's helping a lot of people because it's for adults to speak to kids about various subjects on LGBTQ and families and that kind of stuff. And then I kind of was able to do some book signings and Q&As in a few. I went to Long Island, New York, which I'm from there originally. And so yeah, it was great. And like 75 people came, like people I haven't seen from high school in like 30, 40 years. And it was a really nice, they asked some good questions. It was cool. The one woman, an older woman who I didn't know, most of the people I knew, I felt like from somewhere. But she asked me something. She was an older woman. She was a grandmother. Her question was something like, not is it a choice, but something along those lines. Like, and I said, no, it's, pretty much born that way and this and that. And after, when she came up to get her book signed, she said the reason she asked that question is her granddaughter is like 15 or 16 and she just came out as a lesbian. And the grandmother, she was, she just didn't quite understand it, but she's trying to. And I thought that was great because she's older, comes from a generation where, they were misled on things, they didn't know things. But here she was at this reading that she heard about and buying the book and trying to at least understand her granddaughter more. So I thought that was great.
That's bloody amazing, yeah.
Yeah. So that book, I think, more than anything but because I was able to do a few live things. With the catering book, again, it got a lot of good reviews on Amazon and stuff, and people are enjoying it. Again, I wish I knew how to get it to the masses. And I kind of joke that book is for anyone who's done catering or been to a catering event. Oh, and Olivia Newton-John I mentioned in that book too, because I worked in events. We're setting up the catering event and we're setting up the tables, and the band is warming up on stage and I have my back to them, and all of a sudden I hear someone singing "Let's Get Physical, Physical." I'm like, wow, she sounds a lot like Olivia Newton-John. And I turn around and there's Olivia Newton-John rehearsing with the band because she's performing that night at this charity event. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting paid to watch Olivia Newton-John.
I would have weed a little bit, actually, if I'm being honest.
You would what?
I would have done a wee. I probably would have. Yeah, I would have to go home and get changed if that had happened that early. So I
that's funny.
Prepared for that shit.
That's funny. And so she was like in jeans and a t-shirt just warming up. And then later that night she came back for the actual event and sang like 6 songs. We were supposed to be off the floor at that point, but I snuck in and I watched the show.
Taxed for, right? Absolutely, mate. That's amazing. So do you have a preference? I mean, because you're writing songs and books and screenplays. Do you have a preference, or that is it just the creation of writing that you're into? It doesn't matter what it is. You just love.
Well, I mean, I love writing. It depends what the idea is. I mean, songs are the easiest, and I love music. So in one way, I would say songs. But like, I put off certain things to like finish the Facebook or the social media book just because I felt that I needed to get that out. I needed to, even though there was, it's just something that needed to be, the absurdity of what they were doing needed to be pointed out. So I felt like there was more of a cause. But I guess songs, because I love, and those in some ways are the easy. And those come to me. I mean, some script ideas come to me quite often, but those are 95 pages, so it takes so long. Yeah. With a song, at least it's a 3.5 minute.
Do you ever wish? Sorry, carry on.
No, go ahead.
Do you ever wish that you were the artist on those songs, or do you write specifically for other people to
I don't write for other people. I write whatever the song is, and a few of them I recorded myself. Like I have a song "Through the Storm," which is kind of inspirational, faith-based song. What You Don't Remember, I wrote a song is for Alzheimer's, and I'm donating the proceeds from that to AFA. And again, that I just had the idea from the title. I just thought, I won't forget what you don't remember. Oh, that's a good song title. Yeah. And then I said, oh, that has to be about Alzheimer's. So I do sing on that one, and I did a video to that. And some of my Christmas music I've done sing myself and I usually joke, though, it's always better if someone else sings my songs, which Adrian Christian, who did my the Olivia tribute song, also a few years ago recorded my song "Midnight Will Be Clear," which was a Christmas song I wrote about someone who quit drinking, and a year later it's coming up that he's been sober, and his favorite Christmas song is "It Came Upon a Midnight Clear," and he's realizing this Christmas is the first one in a long time that midnight will be clear because his mind. But so he and Adrian did a great job on that song. So there's 2 versions of that one, but I always say it's usually better if someone else records my song. But some of them, like I said, I don't do a lot of live singing, but they can always do I sing okay. They don't have to fix it up too much in the studio, but there's another. I feel like there's another song. Oh, so I also sing, and I did a video for this as well. And this song came to me in a dream about like school shootings, and the song came so clearly when I was sleeping. Jimmy's not here for Christmas Day. about, a boy like a second grader, third grader doesn't come home because he was, shot and everything. And because of that, this family is now spending Christmas without him. And I was literally thinking some of the lines in the dream, and I was like, oh my God, this is so sad. And I was almost like crying in the dream. I woke up and I remembered some of the lines, which doesn't always happen. I might remember an idea, but I've never had a song come to me that strongly. And I didn't use most of the lines I thought of in the dream. When I rewrote it, because it was a little too
intense.
It was like I mentioned the Second Amendment and this and that, and it got a little too whatever. So I kind of made it. I mean, I am making a statement that something needs to be done, and the guns are part of the problem. But that one, we made a nice video for that, and I dedicated to all the children that were lost to gun violence. And but yeah, Jimmy's Not Here for Christmas Day, and we put that on YouTube and stuff. So I do sing on that one. But yeah, I'd love to have, Collaborati sings the song I wrote with David Sanchez when Donna sang Last Dance. That's a tribute song for Donna Summer. And Patrick Basile has recorded a couple songs that I wrote the lyrics and he wrote the melody to. But yeah, I would love for a huge artist to record, my songs. If you ever want to record, I know you're a great singer. If you want to record it,
mate, you don't even have to ask. Just get me involved. And if there's, just for future casting directors of your future movies, if there's need for short, fat, blonde, tattooed, pierced, gay uncle, or older Prince Charming, or that never kind of got the ticket to the ball at the time. I'm available for everything, including bar mitzvahs.
Oh, okay. I've worked many bar mitzvahs, which are those stories are in my book too. But like I said, I have 12 scripts here, so if I ever can get them made. The next one we're trying to do is in Nashville, Tennessee, called Charlie's Dream, and that features a lot of country music and a little bit of faith-based elements in that script. But so hopefully I'll get that made.
Always keep this little Jaden.
Okay.
Red.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Now, when you write songs, do you write songs in order to portray a message, in order to have like a depth about them? Or do you ever just write some songs that are just completely nonsense just because you think they're funny? Like instead of writing something about, the tragedies of gun violence in the States, you might write Barbie Girl. Would you ever do something like that? Or is it working just to create messages and to everything?
No, I do both. In fact, a lot of my songs are really funny. When I do a serious song, people are like, oh, I didn't know it was going to be a serious, like a shock song. Because, for example, last year I did All I Want for Christmas Is You Gone. So I took the Mariah Carey title, All I Want for Christmas, I just added gone, and I just made a really funny song about breaking up with a narcissistic idiot, and we made a funny video to that. It actually won a couple of awards at the Culver City Film Festival and the Venus on Broadway Film Festival in New York. So, and Mel England, starred as my narcissistic boyfriend. So that's a really funny kind of novelty. I write quite a few novelty type songs. Also, so yeah, that's the Gemini in me. Part of me is really serious and message songs, and part of me just, I'm trying. Like I said, the drinking song SUI, Singing Under the Influence. That's just a fun. I write a lot of drinking songs. I don't drink a lot, but I write a lot of drinking songs, and I wrote that with artists Olsen.
Do you WUI?
What's that?
Do you WUI? Right under the influence?
Oh, right.
Is that where you're?
No, I really don't drink a lot. What's funny is what are we in October? I could tell you how many beers I've had this year. 7,433. No. No, maybe
last Tuesday.
Honestly, less than a dozen. Like I'm not a big drinker. I have an occasional, drink, but I get too tired. It's not.
Mate, yeah, I'm in my 50s now, and I either depends what I drink. I don't actually even remember the last drink I had because I'm always under the. No, it was that long ago. It was that long ago, and I either fall asleep.
Yeah.
I either get so loved up that I just love everybody, or I become the whole of the Spice Girls. And no one wants to see a 51-year-old man doing any of that shit.
Right.
It's just easier and cheaper not to drink. Give me a day, I'm sorted.
Yeah. What was the other song? Somewhere Between a Buzz and a Coma, which is one of the first songs I ever wrote like 30 plus years ago. And I didn't know anything about writing back then, but I recently pulled it out and rewrote it. And I'm going to we started a demo of it or whatever, but so that's a funny just drinking song about just getting totally plastered. But Yeah. So yeah, I do both. I guess I'm either bipolar or I'm a Gemini with just two different personalities.
Or bipolar and Gemini, which means you're just set for success.
Oh, that's good.
Quite-
Well, I joke too. That's why I have two names, Sudi and Rick. But it's really Sudi's my legal Turkish name. Rick was a nickname, so Rick is more my American name, I guess. But
Okay. Yeah. So I'm Piscean, so we're kind of the softer, more passive aggressive side of the Gemini. Actually, I feel. So that flip side.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. So what's going on for you at the moment? What's Sudi doing right now? What's happening in the present?
Well, we just shot that video at Singing Under the Influence, and we also did a second video in the same day, A Grain of Salt and a Margarita, which is about taking unsolicited advice with a grain of salt and a margarita. But so we're editing. I don't edit, but I have Carla Guy. She directed and edited both of those, and she also did the. So working a lot with that, and I'm always writing. I'm always working on songs, but the new book just came out like 2 or 3 months ago, so I'm a lot of stuff with that. Which the part I hate is promoting stuff, but you have to do it. But it takes away from the creative things. And yeah, trying to shoot that movie Charlie's Dream. So things for that again. A lot of that's business stuff, trying to find investors and attach talent and all that.
And that's a movie, right?
That's a movie, yeah. And so what else?
That's not bad going, to be fair. Book, movie,
yeah. Oh, and this
happening now.
You'll appreciate this too. I'm working on it's a book and an animated series called People Peeves Pets Have, because you have a lot of, you said dogs and rescue dogs. So me and Nelly Gutierrez, who's a great illustrator, we did a calendar last year for it. But what are the things that annoy pets about their owners or human beings? You know, if people have pet peeves, which is a weird expression, but little things that bother them that probably shouldn't or whatever. So I said, well, if people have pet peeves, that means pets must have people peeves, things that annoy them. So it's going to be like kind of a gift humor book, but there's also an animated series with the characters we're kind of putting together.
Sweet, man. That's amazing.
You know, so that's another. Yeah, again, I have to divide the time of working on this and working on that, and of course I do.
Is there enough time in your bloody day to do these?
Right, and I do, a little commercial work and film work, even if it's just background sometimes or SAG, work. And it's good to do that because I need, money and stuff. And those are it's fun to work on a commercial or even film. I actually worked on the Menendez brothers story. We don't even see, a few people noticed I was in it, but I was one of the jurors on the new Netflix Menendez brothers.
Oh, really?
Monsters. Yeah.
I worked on it last night, so I need to check this out now.
Yeah, I mean, it's you. My niece saw me in it, and a couple of friends, and I didn't tell them I worked on it. I'm like, how did you even see me? Like, I'm on the jury, but they never did. They did some close-ups when we shot, but they never showed any of those. Yeah. And Vicki Lawrence was in one of the scenes we were in as the head juror. She was amazing. Like, I didn't even know that was her at first. And I'm like, where do I know her from? And I'm like 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh, that's Vicki Lawrence from the Carol Burnett Show and Mama's Family. But so that was fun to work on, but you don't really see me on it. But it was a paycheck, and it was kind of cool. But so I do a little bit of that kind of stuff on the side too. But but I love the writing. That's what I want to do all the time. But I got to do the other things too.
Absolutely. Yeah, I hear you, and I feel that pain, mate. Well, I'm also doing. If there's an old English sheepdog that needs a voice.
You have a lot of
Being a Brit, it's going to be an original British accent.
We got to figure out how.
Yeah. Future. Let's talk about
this.
Yes. Yeah. What are your plans apart from world domination and international success with your movies, books, and songs and plays? What are you doing? What are your hopes and your dreams?
Well, one of them is really getting. Like I said, I have 12 scripts written and not made. So I definitely want to get at least half of those made or 3 or 4 of them. I always joke you'll know I won the lottery if I'm all of a sudden I'm making like 3 of my movie scripts. So those I really just want to see. I think, I think they're, good. I know they're good. Actually, some of them, not all of them. I mean, not all 12 are going to be good. Not all of my songs are good. I would love also, those I want to get made. Some of my songs that I've recorded, definitely that I've written, recorded by some, and again, these don't have to be Billboard top 10 hits. They could be Billboard Top 20 hits. That's okay.
Yeah.
No. So that would be, or even in movies, you know, a lot of songs now are placed in films and movies and commercials and stuff like that. So that would be good to do that. And then the other thing, non-businessy, I feel like a lot of my stuff is businessy, but I love it so much it doesn't feel
Crosses over, yeah.
businessy. It's like I love writing, I love sharing this stuff, so it doesn't feel like work. But aside from that, I love to travel, so I would love to go back to. I was in Turkey last year for the first time in 30 years, and I saw all these relatives I hadn't seen in years. So I'd love to go back there and also go. You know, I just don't get a chance to travel that much, and so that's one of the things I definitely want to do. I don't need world domination, like you said, but I think Madonna was asked that question, like, 50 and by what's his name, Dick Clark, and she said something like, "What are your goals?" And she said, "World domination." And sure enough, she, definitely made a big, huge career. Yeah. So I guess dream big, or think.
That's not a bad thing. Yeah.
Think big or go home. Yeah.
Yeah. They say if you aim for the if you aim for the stars, you'll definitely hit the ceiling. But if you aim for the ceiling, you'll only get halfway up the wall.
Right.
So, yeah, I think dream big, absolutely.
Yeah.
I am 33 years later. I still know it's good. And I'll be an overnight success at one point.
Right. Well, that's so funny how even people that, they don't realize how much goes into any kind of, and success is measured in different, like it's
absolutely.
Some people measure everyone has to know your name and you have to be a multimillionaire. And that's not necessarily true. I feel like if you've, put out a movie and people enjoyed it or something, even if it went to film festivals or if you have songs that you sing live in bars and there's 30 people there and you gave them a good night.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And if you can pay a couple of bills, I think
yes, exactly. Yeah.
Your art and your craft to be able to take away the financial worries of life would be my form of success. Like I don't need to be. And doing the thing, and like you said, there is a very fine line between the business and the passion because they're both kind of involved with each other. I don't care if, I can happily release a song for charity. I'm just grateful that I was able to use my voice to release that song.
Yeah.
I like earning money, but it doesn't have to be for me.
Right. I mean, some of it's nice to go to,
so as long as something is being positively done about it, that's amazing.
Like our favorite group says, money, money, money must be funny.
Well, yeah, they're not doing too bad, are they still?
I love the last album they put out, The Voyage. Yeah. Did you have that one? Yeah, those guys. I mean, they were in their 70s. That was a decent, really nice album. Yeah.
No, absolutely. So, world domination we're going for, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's bloody perfect. Now, where can people find you on social media? Where are you? Where can they watch your movies? Where can they hear your songs? Okay,
so I'm on Facebook under Sudi Rick Karatas. I'm on YouTube channel. I think it's Sudi Karatas, and that has a lot of my videos and stuff. This songs I have a Spotify. Again, I think it's Sudi Karatas. And so a lot of my Christmas songs are on there and a few of the other, I don't have a lot of songs on there, but a few. I'm on Instagram a little bit. Not really much of a TikToker. My website. I do have one, yeah. And I don't put a lot of stuff in there, although I did a parody song. And I don't know not to get political, but instead of Crystal Gale's song, "Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue," I changed it to "Let's Make All the Red States Blue." And I made a video, not a video, I just sang to that my own little version. But that got a few more. I never used TikTok, but it got like almost 1,000 views in one day. I'm like, whoa, what happened here? But what was the other? What'd you say? I'm not really. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. Yeah. My website is sudirik.com. So SUDIRICK.
YouTube. You've got YouTube.
YouTube is, I think, Sudi Karatas, and that has a lot of some of my comedic sketches are on YouTube. And then my film, Walk a Mile in My Pradas, is on Amazon and Tubi and Freevee, and I think YouTube
watch
Premium.
That tonight.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's tonight and watch it.
It was very small budget, but we made it look much bigger. And we had Dee Wallace was great, Tom Arnold, and a really fun cast. I say it was the hardest thing I ever did, but the most rewarding thing I did. I play a medium-sized role, I guess, in it, but.
Can I ask you then, what has been, to date, your greatest achievement, the pinnacle of your career?
One of them is that movie because it was on Netflix. And then went to, and it, something I wrote and produced and am in. Definitely the book Rainbow Relatives, just because I think it's helping a lot of people and it's an important book. And a little bit that song All I Want for Christmas Is You Gone, just because it won some awards for the video and we had so much fun doing it.
That's amazing. There's more than one pinnacle of career. That's
yeah. I had another one called All I Want for Christmas Is Some Sleep that I did a couple years before that. We made a funny video to that one too. So
maybe you should start writing a collection, like All I Want for Christmas Is, and then just a whole collection.
Right? Yeah.
Amazing.
I had another song, Naughty or Nice. That was a cute tongue-in-cheek song, which I didn't. Yeah, well, that's on Spotify. But are you naughty or nice? You look so nice. I want to get naughty with you. Was the kind of hook for that one. But somebody almost recorded that in England. This woman was going to do it, and then I think her mom got sick or something, so she never made that Christmas album as of yet. But again, it's always cool if someone else wants to record your song. But I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something else. You just asked me, like there's something else that was a big achievement that I'm like totally not remembering, but it'll come to me later. Again, a lot of them I feel like are little nice achievements. Nothing huge, but
that's amazing, mate. Firstly, I'm really chuffed to meet you. Secondly,
nice to meet you too,
I'm very excited about the things that you're still doing and you've got coming up. That's super, super cool. And obviously, a future maybe collaboration with Jaden Cornelious.
Love that. Yeah.
Just let me know what and when.
Okay.
I'm a jack of all, master at sod all, so I can pretty much put my hand to anything. So you want a reggae, you want a reggaeton, classical, opera? I got you. Don't you worry.
Oh, well, reggae and opera aren't. I'm trying to think what my forte is. I guess country pop. What else? Once in a while a dance song.
I'm pure pop. I'm pure pop boy. Really.
Oh, pure pop. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. I was pop in the 90s. Just doing pure pop. Up on an ABBA and Olivia Newton-John, so I had no choice. Now I can do a bit of country, obviously, because
Yeah. I do write some impure pop.
Impure pop.
I can say that.
So, but no. Then I started doing classical and opera. So now when I first moved to Mexico, I was doing shows, and I just had my 30 tracks of classical and classical crossover. So Western musicals, Nessun Dorma, Time to Say Goodbye, all that kind of stuff. And then I was in the middle like, Nessun Dorma, and someone taps me on the shoulder and goes, do you know any Whitney? I'm like,
and I will always love you.
I dance with somebody. So now I actually have got a collection of, I sing 9 hours a week. In a resident, I've got a resident in a hotel here. I sing 9 hours a week, and I cover everything from mariachi to Dua Lipa, ABBA to the Eagles.
Wow.
So yeah, I
love all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use the same voice in all of it. Obviously, I've got to use my voice in different ways. But yeah,
right.
Now it's a matter. I just get to sing what I love to sing, and so much Olivia Newton-John. There always is a Please Mr. Please or a Xanadu or a Magic or something in there.
Please Mr. Please, when my uncle was visiting us from Turkey, that was a big hit on the radio, and he loved that song, and he remembered it for years, that song, yeah.
Yeah, no, they were all, it's not many, she didn't really release many bad songs, to be fair.
No, oh my God. And even like her albums later on that she wrote, a lot of the songs, are really good songs. They weren't played on the radio, but they're great songs.
My favorite album. I mean, I love all the past stuff because, like, when I left England to move to Mexico, like I said before, all I had was my music and my traditions. I didn't have my language. I didn't have my culture. I didn't have my friends, my family, my nothing. So all I had was, what I remember of who I was up until that point, really. And so obviously, a lot of her old stuff was just, I remember, like I said, I think before the interview that, I would be sitting on the swing, in the corner of the bar that stands a jukebox, and things. And always my all-time favorite song was "You Have to Believe We Are Magic."
Yeah.
So that was always and that's going to be my funeral song as well. That's going to be my last message to everyone at my funeral. I fucking love that song. So yeah, so that always kind of was the. I had those, but then I think my favorite album of all time, I think because of who I am as an adult now and what the breakdowns of my self-identity through leaving my country, and like I said, and all the things that I knew as my truths. Grace and Gratitude has been the kind of
great album. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Savior, really.
Yeah.
Never ever. I always said I can't sleep to music and I can't have sex to music, because I'm always in the middle of either of those going, that violin came in beautifully, man. And
that's
the way the percussion just lifts that. So sex and sleep are never going to happen with music playing, because I lose what I'm doing and get into that music.
Right.
Grace and Gratitude was the only album in 51 years that I've been.
You could do both too.
I've never tried sex with it. It kind of felt wrong, and a little bit blasphemous. But Pearls on a String, never. No,
Pearls on a Chain. Yeah.
You can't really, do the delicious with that playing behind you. But but going to sleep.
It's such a beautiful, very relaxing. In fact, now I'm going to go listen to that today, because
I'm going to now. Actually, this afternoon I'm going to put it on the background. But also, I don't just go off track a little bit. But if you've ever heard Tina Turner's Buddhist album, as well,
I don't think so.
Check it out. It's beautiful. Absolutely one of them. For me, I have Tina Turner's Buddhist album and Grace and Gratitude on. Like they're both on continuous play. Beautiful.
Oh wow. Okay. No, I never heard of that. I'll check that out, though. Yeah.
One of the albums.
Nice. There's an album that's kind of very relaxed. Linda Ronstadt. You probably know Linda Ronstadt.
Yes,
she did an album of lullabies for kids, but she kind of did them a little pop lullaby-ish called "Dedicated to the One I Love."
Okay.
And that's also just really sweet. Like she took an Everly Brothers song, "Devoted to You," but it's done like a really soothing in the whole album. So only if you really want to relax and you're going to listen to that album, you're not going to, Of course, she does all that other kind of music. She does every kind of music. I actually
sing because I sing a lot of her kind of mariachi.
You do? Okay.
Like
mariachi, yeah.
And Los Laureles, I sing a lot of those in my shows.
Nice. Yandele or no? Do you do Yandele?
Not yet. I'm kind of working through obviously, English is my first language. Spanish, I'm really crap at, even though I can get myself through it now. And I'm kind of learning. My dream, actually, this is not my show. This should be about you, but I'll just quickly.
Oh, no, that's fine. We can.
My dream, actually, I want to release an album when I grow up, and I don't know what the name would be, like international or sobre el mundo, like around the world, of 12 to 15 songs, every song being in a different language.
Oh wow,
this is my dream. Nice. From Gujarati and Punjabi to I sing in German. I just learnt a couple of German songs: German, Spanish, French, Italian, Tagalog, English. So I've got 6 languages covered vocally. I don't understand them, but I've sung to people from the Philippines, and they love that rendition of the Tagalog song that I sang.
Wow. Well, if you do, I'm half Turkish, so if you want to do one in Turkish,
I would love to. Yeah, you might. It's a little bit difficult because
you're not used to hearing it too. For me, it's like I grew up hearing some of it and stuff, but
I know that every time I smack my dogs on the bum in play, I say poposh, which is bum bum, right?
I think so. I didn't even know.
I think it's bum bum.
It sounds like it is.
Move your poposh. So I do that.
It sounds Turkish, yeah.
Yeah. I kind of, no. I knew very basic Turkish many years ago. I could kind of get my way through like a little very basic converse.
I know. I only know some. I can understand quite a bit, and I can speak a little. But I actually surprised my relatives how much I knew. But they were like, "How do you know? Have you been studying?" I'm like, "No, I remember when we were little and we learned this or that." I don't know.
Yeah, but no, give me a song in Turkish. I'm cool with that.
There's a guy Tarkan here. I don't know a lot of Turkish songs either. No. He was really big several years ago, but there was a song he sang, "Oynama shikadum shikadum."
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. That's a little, Or do you do more traditional? If you do more traditional, there was a. Oh God, this is going way back. It's like tin tin tiniminahanam da 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 janam da da da. I don't remember the words, but anyway.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put our heads together.
All right. Okay.
We'll put our heads together. That'd be amazing. Rick, Sudi, thank you so much for being part of my show.
Thank you, Jaden. This was a lot of fun.
Super appreciate your time. I wish you lots of love, luck, and success in your journey to world domination. That would be amazing.
Thank you.
And obviously, I know you was a bit shy and embarrassed to say the pinnacle of your career was the Jaden show, but it's cool. We'll do another.
Oh, but I just didn't I say to you? There's something I'm not remembering or thinking of.
Because it's
that's exactly what it was. In fact, I'm already on the phone with TMZ, letting them know I'm on your show.
Amazing. Well, we are in contact. We'll stay in touch. And I look forward to working with you in the future as well. That would be wonderful.
I would love that.
When your next book is released, your next screenplay, your next album, let's do a Jaden Show special and let's talk about it.
Okay, maybe we'll do a whole Christmas special of the Christmas songs.
Yeah, well, I need to talk to you about that off air, actually. So, yeah, I'm about to do that. So, mate, Sudi, thank you so much. You take
Thank you. Appreciate it.
See you later, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What an amazing man. Bloody talented. And talk about being a master of all. That's super cool. Amazing to meet him. Please, before you finish your cup of tea and cheese sandwich, go and check him out on his social media platforms. Follow, like, share, subscribe, comment, do everything. Show the brother some love and support with his amazing talent. That guy works so bloody hard and way at it. You can check me out on my other social media platforms as well. Make sure you comment about this channel and this show. Make sure you've subscribed. Make sure you get all your friends to do it. You will never know how important subscriptions and follows are. So please make sure you do that. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Jaden Show. You lovely people, you. I'm already excited to share with you another wonderful, spectacular person next week, because that's what the Jaden Show is all about. Now, in the meantime, you have a wonderful new week. Make sure you have subscribed. Make sure you have liked. Make sure you've hit the tinkly bell. Stay beautiful. Have a wonderful new week. And I'm going to leave you with another wonderful song by Sudi. This is called What You Don't Remember. Take care. Stay beautiful. Bye-bye.
I can still taste the soup you made when I was homesick from school. I recall the day you taught me to swim in our next door neighbor's pool. I saw you stand and applaud when I was in my cap and gown. You still mean so much to me, but to you I'm a stranger now. I won't forget what you don't remember, each precious moment we spent together. You've been robbed of your memories and slipped further away from me, but my love for you will last forever. Forget what you don't remember. You cried when I walked down the aisle, as many mothers do. You were proud when you held your new grandson, watched him as he grew. I won't forget what you don't remember, each precious moment we spent together. You've been robbed of your memories and slipped further away from me, but my love for you will last forever. I won't forget what you don't remember. The light once in your eyes replaced with a blank stare, but in my mind are all the good times we shared. I won't forget what you don't remember, each precious moment we spent together. You've been robbed of your memories and slipped further away from me, but my love for you will last forever. I won't forget what you don't remember.
It's almost ready, dear.